They say America is a democracy, a government of the people, by the people, for the people. But if you look closer, you'll realize that not everyone gets an equal seat at the table. Power in America isn't just about who wins elections. It's about influence, the kind that moves markets, shapes laws, and decides what stories dominate the headlines. So today, we're diving deep into one question that millions quietly ask: who really controls America? Let's explore the top 5 most powerful politicians who shape the direction of the world's most powerful nation. At the center of it all sits the President of the United States. In 2025, that's Joe Biden, a figure who, despite facing criticism for his age and leadership style, still holds one of the most commanding roles on earth. The presidency gives him the power to set foreign policy, sign executive orders, and direct the federal government's $6 trillion budget. Every major decision, from sending aid to Ukraine to setting climate goals, flows through the Oval Office. But the truth is, even the president doesn't rule alone. Behind him is an army of advisors, intelligence agencies, and global interests that all have their hands on the steering wheel. Next comes the Speaker of the House, the person who controls what bills even make it to a vote. In Washington, that position isn't just powerful, it's strategic. The Speaker decides what laws are discussed, which are buried, and how the nation's money is spent. They control the political battlefield. When negotiations over the budget or government shutdowns heat up, it's the Speaker who decides whether America moves forward or grinds to a halt. Their decisions can shape everything from healthcare funding to tax policy, directly affecting millions of lives. Then there's the Senate Majority Leader, a master of timing and influence. The Senate might move slowly, but it's where real deals are made. This leader has the ability to confirm or block Supreme Court justices, ambassadors, and cabinet officials. Every major piece of legislation that defines an administration passes through their hands. They decide when a bill reaches the floor and when it quietly disappears. In an era of divided politics, the Senate Majority Leader can be either the president's greatest ally or their biggest obstacle. But political power in America doesn't end in Congress. Behind the scenes, the Federal Reserve Chair quietly wields influence that rivals even the president. The Fed controls interest rates, inflation, and the stability of the US dollar, the lifeblood of the global economy. One statement from the chair can move stock markets, crash currencies, or spark economic booms. Most Americans never vote for this person, but their decisions affect everything from your mortgage to the price of groceries. It's a reminder that financial power is political power, and the Fed's influence is felt in every corner of American life. And finally, we can't forget the Secretary of State, the face of America on the world stage. While the president signs policies, it's the secretary who negotiates peace deals, manages global alliances, and navigates the complicated chessboard of international politics. Whether it's dealing with China, the Middle East, or the European Union, the Secretary of State defines how the rest of the world sees America. Their quiet diplomacy, late-night negotiations, and strategic decisions can prevent wars or start them. It's one of the most underrated yet profoundly powerful roles in the US government. What's fascinating is how these 5 power centers constantly balance, and sometimes clash, with each other. The president may want one thing, but Congress might refuse to fund it. The Fed might raise interest rates, while the White House pushes for economic growth. The Secretary of State might seek diplomacy while defense officials call for strength. It's a system designed for checks and balances, but over time, it's evolved into something more complex. Power doesn't just rest in offices or titles. It's in relationships, alliances, and the ability to control the narrative. Behind every major politician are think tanks, billionaires, lobbyists, and corporations that all compete for influence. From Silicon Valley tech giants to defense contractors and Wall Street investors, these power players spend billions shaping the policies that shape America. Some call it democracy, others call it managed influence. Whatever the label, one truth stands: in modern America, real power is a network, not a throne. And that's the paradox of the United States. It's a country founded on freedom and equality, yet guided by a few who truly understand how to wield influence. These top 5 political figures, the President, the Speaker of the House, the Senate Majority Leader, the Fed Chair, and the Secretary of State, each hold a piece of the puzzle. Together, they don't just govern America. They define its direction, its values, and its place in the world. So, who really controls America? Maybe it's not one person, or even 5. Maybe it's the invisible system they all operate within, A web of power, money, and strategy that's been perfected over centuries. And as elections come and go, one thing remains certain: the people who truly run America are the ones who understand that power isn't about titles. It's about control.